Central Regional Branch of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, says it will petition the Military High Command to ensure the reversal of the transfer of votes of some 71 military officers to the Ifutu constituency. The party fears the transfer has been deliberately done to intimidate its members during the December 7 elections.
We have called you here to address crucial matters regarding the ongoing application for proxy and voter transfer by the Electoral Commission, security in the region, and other issues. As you are aware, the EC opened the proxy application and voter transfer window from 30th May to 14 June 2024. The exercise has been plagued with power crisis, machine and network breakdown on the side of the EC, and basing and plain gerrymandering by the MPP, most often in the plain sight of the Ghana Police Service. An instance at Isikumodobim Brakwa, branch of the NDC. In Isikumodobim Brakwa, voters were lured and basked with financial inducements disguised as business loans and sent to Accra for registration. We are following up on this issue to identify the exact beneficiary constituency in Accra. Abra Sebukwamankesi. In Abra Sebukwamankesi, the MPP is auditing the EC register for dead people to register as proxy votes. We want to encourage everyone whose family has passed on to report to the exhibition center when the opportunity arises to strike out the names of their deceased relatives.
Well, meanwhile, the party has also expressed disappointment with police handling of the violence that occurred at the Kaswa EC office on Sunday, June 2, 2024. The party is surprised that even though it was the MPP's defiance of the modalities that were accepted by both parties that resulted in the violence, it is only NDC members who have been arrested.
In the Otusenya West, our agent known as Junior was attacked by an MPP activist called Alex Echampong in the presence of the district commander. Junior, in self-defense, hit Alex on the lip. The DC for the area responsible for DICE compelled the police to bring charges against Junior and to prosecute him in court, despite concerns raised by the police not to. The illegally sworn-in DC, who was sworn in on Sunday before a handful of assembly members, is using his political office to intimidate party members to please his benefactors. Let me state here and now that the Otusenya West parliamentary seat is firmly secured with the NDC candidates, and MP Mrs. Gisela Tete Abutri, and nothing by the DCE nor Junior serpent of corruption Eugene will change that fact. Our parliamentary candidate, Mrs. Phyllis Nah Koyo Okuno, in the company of the Deputy General Secretary, Comrade Mustafa Bandi, a security and a driver, went to the center to meet the police delegation. In the presence of the security officers, about 40 MPP thugs surrounded and ransacked Nah Koyo's car. They pulled out a fully registered rifle, prompting the police to invite Mrs. Nah Koyo to the station for questioning. She produced all documents covering the rifle and was granted bail.
Akwesiado is manning the Central Region. Akwesiado, thank you for your time. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Annie. Thank you for having me.
Right. So, Akwesi, I understand that you are at the NPP regional office. What's the party saying in response to the presser as held by the NDC?
The Central Region just concluded its press conference. And then we had the regional secretary, Mr. Richard Etumenta, addressing the press. And today's presser is in response to a one that was held by the Central Region NDC yesterday. And according to the NDC, the NPP has orchestrated or aided the transfer of the vote of some 71 military persons into the Efutu constituency. They also did speak about the arrest and detention of Madam Feliciana Koyo Okuno. And so I have with me here Mr. Richard Techimensa, and I would want him to respond to these allegations that have been made by the NDC. So Mr. Techimensa, how do you respond to these allegations that have been made by the NDC? This is Metro News.
These are mere baseless and unfounded allegations. Especially in the Efutu constituency, this is a seat that is very, very safe for the MPP, and we need not to transfer or aid anybody transfer his or a vote for us to retain the seat. But apart from that, I don't think it is also illegal for somebody to transfer his or her vote to Efutu if the person qualifies. There's a law governing the transfer of votes to any constituency. So I don't see the NDC's problem. Did they raise any issue with an illegality? If they could not raise any issue with an illegality, then I don't see their problem. But they, if it is true, then it means that it is the military people, maybe they come from Efutu, and they have transferred their votes to vote in Efutu, and that is not something untoward. It tells you that the NDC sees the staring them in the face in Central Account 7 December. Hence, they are throwing out all sorts of allegations, unfounded and baseless ones. But we are not going to be distracted by these baseless, unfounded allegations. We remain focused, and we are going to work hard to ensure that we win the majority of the parliamentary seats, and His Excellency, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, wins the majority of the popular vote in the region, come 7 December 2024, due to the massive developmental project that the region has seen under Nana Addo as president and Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
The NDC is accusing you that you are taking advantage of being in government to intimidate them ahead of the December polls. The arrest and detention of Nakoyo has been cited by them. Other arrests in the Cape Coast North has also been cited by them. How do you respond to this? Are you actually intimidating them?
We will never intimidate anybody to win the region. We won the region in 2016. We won the region in 2016 when we were in opposition, and we did not intimidate anybody. So if people win massively in the region in 2016, now how are we going to intimidate anybody? Just that the Dr. Akupo Dampari Police Service is doing its legitimate work. No one is over and above the law. Whoever you are, irrespective of whose horse is God, when you go against the law must deal with you. Our Cape Coast North communication officer was brutally wounded by an NDC tag, and so if the police arrest him and put him before court, it is legitimate and the right thing. The same thing in Efutu Senior East. It is not the MPP that asked Nakoyo to go and possess a firearm, which is not, which there are problems with the legal issues surrounding acquisition of the firearm. It is not the MPP. So no matter your status in the country, you should go to the law to acquire firearm. So it is not the MPP which will do anything. We will never intimidate anybody. We are peace-loving people, and we ensure that peace prevails in the region before, during, and after the 2024 elections.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Annie, you heard me speaking to Mr. Richard Techimensa, who is the Central Regional Secretary for the New Patriotic Party.